Now, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's arrest has triggered a political storm just a month ahead of Lok Sabha elections. While the Aam Aadmi Party leader's future remains bleak, the big question is this: can this adverse situation for the party bring the opposition India bloc closer? Days after Delhi's district court granted a 6-day custody to allow the Enforcement Directorate to interrogate Kejriwal, the opposition India bloc made an announcement to hold a joint rally at Delhi's Ram Leela Maidan on March 31st in protest. Leaders of the alliance came together on Sunday to address a press conference calling Kejriwal's arrest, and I'm quoting, authoritarianism and suppression of democracy.
जिस तरीके से लोकतंत्र पे प्रहार हो रहा है, उस लोकतंत्र को बचाने के लिए इंडिया गठबंधन 31 तारीख को रामलीला मैदान में एक बड़ी रैली करेगा, जिसको तमाम घटक दल के नेता जो है संबोधित करेंगे.
With elections slated to start on April 19th, which is less than a month away, AAP chief's arrest gives rise to several scenarios that can possibly play out over the next few days. Scenario 1. Amid an ED investigation on Kejriwal's involvement in the alleged liquor policy scam, if the Delhi Chief Minister does not get any legal relief soon, his absence creates a vacuum in the top leadership for the Aam Aadmi Party. Not to mention, there is no AAP leader who can boast of a similar mass appeal amid voters. Scenario 2. The arrest of several key opposition leaders such as former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren and more recently BRS leader K. Kavita might prompt opposition leaders to jump ship and join the BJP to avoid a similar fate. There is also a chance of scenario 3, where the India bloc leadership puts aside all differences to make a comeback in the face of this political adversity. Should the legal troubles for Arvind Kejriwal be resolved in time for the Lok Sabha elections? The Aam Aadmi Party, in alliance with Congress and other opposition parties, has a golden opportunity to turn the tide in its favour. But in the face of all these possibilities, let's also take a look at how the vote bank in India's national capital has voted in the last decade. In the 2014 Lok Sabha elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party secured a mandate on all 7 seats in Delhi. However, a few months later, state elections in the capital saw a different outcome, with the Aam Aadmi Party sweeping the mandate, winning 67 out of 70 seats. In the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, we saw a similar outcome in New Delhi, with the BJP once again winning all 7 seats. However, the Delhi vote bank once again brought the Aam Aadmi Party back to power in the assembly elections once again, with AAP winning 62 of 70 seats in 2020. And so we circle back to the question we have been asking: will the India Alliance put up a more united front in times of adversity, and can Arvind Kejriwal turn the tide in his party's favour to break the pattern in how the national capital votes during the Lok Sabha elections? Now, to take that question up, we are being joined by Sandeep Ghosh. He's an author and political commentator. He's joining us live from Kochi. Mr. Sandeep, it's good to see you. I want to ask you straight away, do you think the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal will actually benefit the India bloc in any way?
Ananya, you have to see this in 2 parts. When you're talking of the India bloc, I think you should see the national scenario. And the other part is when you're talking about Aam Aadmi Party, it is the scenario in Delhi. Now, Delhi, there is a very funny situation. Congress has itself been taking on Aam Aadmi Party on these same issues of the liquor scam, etc., all this while. For Congress to go back to the electorate and say, here, you see, Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested, unfairly or unjustly, etc., would be a tough call, and they will only make the situation easier for BJP to take them on, saying that, see, Congress just does lip service for corruption, but when it actually comes to this, they're supporting the same person whom they were so vociferously criticizing just a few months ago. And so within the Congress ranks also, you see the, the sort of a, you'd say some sort of differences or dissonance. So you didn't have Ajay Maken even go to Kejriwal's house that day to in solidarity and the rest of it. So that's a very, very confused situation. Now, how does the India Alliance, can they leverage it nationally to say, okay, as you were saying, democracy is under threat, everywhere the opposition people are being targeted, how does it go? Now here, at one level, it might appear very counterintuitive as to why BJP take this kind of action just before the election and give handout to the opposition agenda saying that, they are trying to throttle opposition or immobilize the opposition. But BJP seems to be also playing on a strategy, because the opposition today are really caught in a glass house syndrome. Everybody has got some skeletons or the other to hide. Not that that's not to mention BJP doesn't have anything, but as on date, since BJP is in the ruling party, they do not. They're not that vulnerable or exposed, but each opposition party have their own. You were talking about Kavita just now. So Kavita has her own interests to cover up. Similarly, things are happening in Jharkhand. There are things happening in West Bengal. Everybody has their own irons in the fire. So how do they therefore come together? So how much of this will be just kind of a show, demonstration sitting in Delhi, and how much it will actually pan out with India Alliance, consolidating its anybody's guess. Today, one is reading that there is even Congress's alliance with RJD in Bihar is in trouble. So where do you go? In Kerala, you find CPI coming very strongly against Rahul Gandhi's candidature from Wayanad, saying that if you have to oppose BJP, why do you have to oppose BJP here from Kerala?
Absolutely.
And that to taking on the alliance partner. So there are a whole lot of contradictions, I think, which,
sorry, Mr. Sandeep, we are completely out of time, but you make very interesting points there. Thank you so much for speaking with us. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.